record there. Okay, we live right now. Today is Wednesday, early 5:55 in the morning. Uh, August 28th, 2024. We are doing fine. We're doing great. We're doing lovely. We're on a lovely day. Other than that, that's what we got going. And life is good. Life is good. I'm just trying to figure this out. That's all it is. Today I do have a topic to talk about, and we are gonna see all the stuff that we need to do, and then once we do that, we're gonna be in good light. Today we're gonna talk about customer service, care. We're gonna be talking about stewardship, if that makes sense. I don't really like that word. I don't know, because I heard it a lot when I was in church, but we're going to look up a definition for it and how it relates to coffee. Everything goes back to coffee, even though I'm drinking water right now, but it's early. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So life is good. Amazon, I was able to make my listing, my parent listing. I'm going to make the child listings today. All three. It's three because I have to tell you about that in another phase. There's a couple things that I figured out that's going to be quite revolutionary to me, and I think to the people who buy this particular coffee. Yeah, so we're doing really good. YouTube is doing this thing, no complaints. As of last night, we got to 80 subscribers. Yeah, we're at 80. Pretty cool. Yeah, which is nice. Let me check out something real quick. But yeah, we're at 80 subscribers. It was interesting. Yesterday, somebody who I know, he talked to me. He called me on accident, but we still talked for about 5-10 minutes. It was a good talk, mostly. And I told him doing YouTube and all that stuff. I said, "Oh, no problem." And he was like, "Hey, you get monetized, right?" I was like, "Yeah. All you gotta do is go to Fiverr, pay $150, and a couple of weeks, you'll be monetized." I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. Something about grinding it out, figuring things out, not taking any shortcuts. That's a big deal. It's just built different. The amount of anguish and turmoil that you go through, that's one of those things where if you don't go through it, you don't truly understand. And it just builds you up, builds up the character, builds up a lot of good things in you. So 80 subscribers, revived the channel in the beginning of the year, started posting once a week, hustle, grind, figuring it out, struggle. That's what it's all about. Then lately, no videos are doing as good as it did months ago. It is what it is. That's how you learn. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm learning. I'm changing things up. I'm beefing up my description. I'm changing a couple things of what I read online. I'm trying to get my videos a lot better, crisper, shorter, to the point, kind of sort of scripting, bullet pointing them out. I'm really thinking more about the person on the other end and not me. You got to do those things. You have to go through the struggle, because if you don't, then you can just buy subscribers and just move on. And then as you do that, then that's it. That's what we're talking about here. That's the thing that we are trying to preach against. That's the things that I'm trying to teach my kids, to work hard, to figure it out, to stay in it long enough, to endure. Those are some of the things that are extremely important, key to the things that we're trying to do in the world. Same thing with Amazon. It's been taking me a very long time of trying to just get this going. And now I feel that I'm almost there, to the point to where I can focus, I can drive, I can figure this out. Then I'll tackle Amazon and figure that out, struggle, grind, and tweak this, understand the customer even more so. Those are the things that you have to go through in order for you to really make your life a success, in whichever way you define that. And that's up to me, and that's up to you. Those are some of the things that we have to constantly think about, gravitate to, and then really just be on our grind and understand the things that's going to matter the most. So I got my plate full the rest of this week, and I'm looking forward to tackling that stuff. So the topic of today, I wonder what I was going to talk about today, but then I thought about it when I was talking to an older gentleman a couple days ago. It was really cool. It was really nice. It was something that you kind of have to go through and understand. So here's the story. My battery died, right? So I was like, okay, it's the battery. Hopefully it's not the alternator, but let's go in, try out the stuff and give him my battery. Tested the battery. It really didn't work. He said I had to do some charging for an hour, blah, blah, blah. But more than likely it's the battery. But he was like, okay. But let's test out the alternator too. So he tested out the alternator, and he says that it looks that it's dying. I don't know how long you have with this alternator, but you have to realize that this alternator is going to drain this battery, and we're going to be back in the same situation as we are right now. So I was like, okay, interesting. And then he schooled me more. He was like, let me let you know that all our alternators are remanufactured. There's no new alternators. What they do is that they take your core, and as they take your core, they just change the thing that makes it bad, and now they're able to sell it. Okay, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that, or I didn't realize that. But for the most part, since your car is what it is, so front wheel drive, usually the alternator is right in the front, so you have to take the belt off, but that's not a big deal. You can do it. That's what he said. I told him he used to do turbochargers and suspensions and all that stuff on the car. So I was like, okay, I'll watch a couple of videos. Then he was like, watch 5 to 6. Sometimes people don't say everything that they need to say in these videos. So you have to pay attention to see what somebody's saying, what they're not. Then we went back outside. He put my battery inside of the terminal. He says that, we do sell like straps in order to secure the battery because we don't want it to shake, because the shaking in the cells of the batteries are not really good for the battery. So I was like, oh. So I highly suggest that you get straps. And then he went to his car. He got his tools. He cleaned up my terminals, and he put some more stuff on there in order to show, to protect the stuff. Yes, this particular company, all of them do this, where they sell you the materials. It's an upsell, they don't get anything from it. That's what he was explaining to me. But his care, his attention to detail, his honesty, it was quite amazing. It was quite amazing. And that's not the first time I dealt with him. I dealt with him in the span of a couple of weeks, probably twice. He don't remember me because he sees people all the time. He helped me with the oil, getting the right oil, the filters, and all that stuff. Start thinking, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. There's another lady like that helped me like last week. So I bring this up because it was really telling. It was really touching. It was something that he didn't have to do. He could clock in, clock out, give me the information or give me the things that I came in there for, and send me on my merry-go way. I don't know why I say that, but it's something I say now. The amount of attention, the amount of detail, the amount of education that he gave me, even though I am a car guy, it was very refreshing. It doesn't even matter if it's true or not. Most of it seemed true. And it was, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. I can hear myself. This one's a little quieter. So it was quite amazing. Kind of really, truly understanding the things that people do that they want to do. And that's the thing. This is something that he wanted to do. This is more than what the job really requires. It was amazing. Now, and I think about that quite a bit just because I'm like, what are some of the things that I can do? in this whole coffee ecosystem that I'm playing in right now. I have my YouTube, Amazon, got my website, posting on LinkedIn. Instagram is trash, but I have to do something on there eventually. What are the things that I can do in order to make sure that I am truly, really giving back to people in the stewardess type of way? Let's look up that word. No matter how much I don't like it, we're going to look it up. Okay. Stewardship is a practice committed to ethical value that embodies the responsible planning and management of resources. Okay. Dictionary. The job of supervising or taking care of something, such as an organization or property. Responsible stewardship of our public lands. The job of supervising or taking care of something, such as an organization or property. So in this case, I want to be able to, my job of supervising is taking care of the coffee community in a smaller extent, because everybody is small. We do it in a way that's helpful to people. That's what we're working with right now. That's the thing that we are trying to do here. What are some of the things that I can do in order to take care of? Be honest with my words, which I believe I have been. There could be a little bit of spice here and there. That's fine. It's personality. Give back to people in a way to where if they don't know about it, now they know about it. Those are some of the things that we can focus on. Those are some of the things that I can truly, really do in a way that it opens the eyes of people, right? It helps people. That's what we're trying to do. It goes beyond just trying to sell a bag of coffee. What am I giving back to people? What are they looking for? If they have a question about anything, what are the things that we are doing in order to make sure that they feel happy, secure, satisfied in the situation that they are in that's based or because of coffee? I'm still defining my role in all of this. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube. I don't like to keep bringing up something that's extremely evident or is a big deal to me. But YouTube, as many of these posts have said, it's bigger than posting a video. We don't realize how much it really truly helps us to become a better person. How we're like thinking about what we're going to show other people. I think that's extremely important because it makes us to be, as much as possible, show others the best of who we are. To an extent. Don't get me wrong. To an extent. We try to present ourselves in the best way that we can. But the cool thing about it is that each and everything that we do, and however many times that we do it, we're constantly, incrementally getting better. And as we get better and understand the things that we're trying to do, that's going to be the telling force of how we are able to communicate, convey a message to people who need and want this information. So as I was thinking about this topic and jotting down things that I wanted to talk about today, I also went on a whole tangent about, for instance, extraction. See, we have to be able to listen to what people like and want. And people are engaging when I was talking about, for instance, extraction. And the thing about extraction and coffee, what I'm understanding is that extraction is the gateway to flavor. We're going to figure this out together, okay? Let me get to my point. The point is that as I was in the presence, experiencing this thing with this gentleman, as he was showing me how to properly look at my car and analyze it and telling me that I can probably do this work. That's when I started thinking about how can I implement the things that he's doing naturally into what we're doing. So I went kind of crazy yesterday and the day before a little bit. I started writing down more things, more video ideas about extraction, different ways to go about it, because extraction to me is that it's not as simple as people make it out to be. It kind of is kind of more simple than you think, but there's so many different scenarios out there in order to make us think about what we're trying to do as we make a cup of coffee. I want to be able to give you all the tools in the toolbox. So then now you're able to really go about this in a way to where you can think about it this way, you can think about it that way, you can go about it this way. You can really truly understand what extraction is to you and what flavor really means. Those are some of the things that we were getting at here. And that's one of many things that I'm looking forward to not exploring, but sharing and talking to you about, because your journey is your journey. My journey is my journey. And the way we come together is the way that we come together. That's extremely helpful in a way to where we are getting to the point of really truly understanding what we're trying to do together. Because it's, so to speak, a friendship. I truly mean that. And I guess that may be what I mean by friendship or community, but we'll see. Those are some of the things that this gentleman at this auto shop has taught me. I knew it was there, but something about the care, the action, the attention to detail, the patience, that's what I want to exhibit to you too. So with that being said, we're going to see what we're going to be talking about next time. And let's go ahead and knock out these things off the to-do list. So talk to you later. Bye.